Okay, I'm here announcing a build challenge, the first one I've decided to put on. I think it'll be pretty fun for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy it. As you probably know, I still don't have a working computer that's very good, so this is a very poor quality video that I'm making here, and that's why I don't have Stormworks running in the background, because everything will crash and die. So let's get into this challenge, called the SRSC, the Small Research Ship Challenge. So the goal of this challenge is to construct a small research vessel capable of venturing far offshore and conducting experiments, species documentation, and general nautical research. The ship should be efficient on fuel and batteries, so that whenever you venture really far out, away from society, you can still make it home safe. So that is the goal of this challenge. You're going to be building a small research ship. So the ship requirements. It must be equipped with a laboratory to conduct various experiments and research. So this laboratory can be completely up to you. It's just a room with basic equipment that you can do, tests and experiments with. It's completely up to you. It just needs one. The next is it must be able to sleep and accommodate a crew of three, your chief engineer, helmsman, and a scientist. So obviously you're going to be going out, conducting your research, all of that far away, and you may be gone for a couple of days, so you need to be able to like house your crew. And I would also put like kitchens and stuff like that, like pretend like you're going to be living in there for a while, and it must cost less than $250,000. So yeah, there's a cost limit. The max dimensions are its max length can be 90 blocks, max width is 43, and there's no maximum height because you could have different levels, you could have a different mast. It completely changes depending on your hull and everything. So I don't want to put a limit on that. So you can be as creative as you want with that. Obviously, keep it reasonable. Don't put like a 40-story boat with a I don't know 100-meter mast, all of that fun stuff. I don't like that. For the maximum grade on your workshop, you should include all of these. So a nice thumbnail of your beautiful creation to give it justice. That's the part people look at. You want people to click your build, so you'll press that. A good selection of photos showcasing your build and some of its features. So say you have a crane, you take a photo of it lifting something like that. Just get some good photos in there to showcase your build before we actually test it out. And a step-by-step manual. So this is very important. If you don't have a manual, I will be getting into your boat, have no idea how you want me to operate it, and I will be guessing. So I will most likely screw something up and break something, or it just won't work, and that will not be my fault because you did not give me a manual or step-by-step instructions of how to operate your vessel. You obviously know best because you built it, so I need you to write down steps, or however you want to do it, to tell me exactly how you want me to operate this vessel. If you give me the steps and I follow them exactly and the vessel doesn't work or something doesn't, like, it just doesn't work, that will not be my fault either because it's either not documented correctly or just lack of details. I don't know. So just keep that in mind. You're telling me how you want me to operate your boat, and I will do it exactly so. So just add as many details as you can or whatever you think is important to note so that I don't think it's an error. So XML and glitches, you are allowed to use XML as long as it's strictly for visual purposes, so cosmetic, and any attempt to use it for glitches such as losing or adding weight using a rocket, which can increase your buoyancy and stuff like that. Same with like pivots, tracks, all of that. Those increase your buoyancy in boats if you have a bunch of them under there and they aren't doing anything, I will say that's a glitch and you will be disqualified. If you have a pivot or a track or anything like that down below for your active stabilizer or anything like that, obviously that's not a disqualification because you're using it. If I just see a random pivot or track or anything like that just hanging out in your hull, yeah, that's gone. Yeah, so no glitches. So disqualification. So these are the things to look out for so you don't get disqualified. So make sure your ship does not exceed the max dimensions previously listed above. You cannot include any offensive or not safe for work depictions or words. It has to cost less than $250,000, so don't exceed that limit. It must include a laboratory. It has to sleep and accommodate three crew members. So if it can't do that, then it's out. Obviously, I don't want to disqualify anybody, but these are all listed here just so you can go and check and make sure you're following all the rules before you upload it and all that. So some fun possible features. These are just little random things you could add if you really want, just a couple of suggestions. You could add a small little fishing net off the side or back, wherever, so you can go collect some fish, do some research on them, document them, all that fun stuff. You could add a little ROV to explore the depths, small little deck crane, oil spill cleanup, all of that. A lot of these research ships are like environmental stuff too, so they'll go and, help animals, all that fun stuff. But a good note here. If you add, let's say, an ROV or a crane or anything like that, I will not be going into depth with them. I will obviously notice them and say, hey, that's a nice little feature, but I won't go into depth learning how they work and all of that just because I already have like 7 people signing up. I thought it was going to be 2 or 3. So I already have like a long video I have to make now. So obviously I want as many people participating as I can because it just adds to the fun and more competition for you guys. But I can't go through all of the systems. It will get added to your grade as, details, looks, all of that fun stuff. So now for the grading. So you will be graded on your lab. So it's a 1 to 10. Your workshop page is 1 to 10. How well does it drive/operate? 1 to 10. Could I see myself doing the act of science aboard this ship? 1 to 10. Looks 1 to 10. Level of detail 1 to 10. Efficiency, how much fuel does it consume while doing the testing? So that's 1 to 5 because it's not as weighted because it's just not as big of a deal as the rest of the stuff. So you will be graded out of 65. So whoever at the very end has the closest to 65 or the most points will win. All the grades will be tallied up, and whoever has the most points will be the winner. There is not a pre-made standard, so you'll only be compared to the competition. I will also not be making individual scores public. I will only name the winner. My testing process. So I will start by going through the workshop page, read the instructions, photos, all of that stuff, give you your mark. I'll spawn the vessel at Tajin, dock, and we'll take the tour of the ship, go through all the little things, get your details mark and all that. We'll start up the engines, see how well it drives with no wind. So we'll drive it around, see how well it operates, all that fun stuff, and then we will make our way to Krell Oil Works with 50% wind coming from 0.56. So obviously you can go and test all this out with your boat before, see how it handles, do all the testing to make it as positive as a result as possible. That's why I give those details. And then I will take notes on how much fuel is burned during the venture. So then I add a little map. You can see the start on the left. It's roughly 2 kilometers. And then you end. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way there, depending on how slow some of the ships are, and all of that stuff. If I feel like I've gotten the gist of the ship, I will probably stop it before that. The prizes, you will get the SRSC winner role added on Discord, and the winning ship will be made into a custom emoji on the server. So good luck, everyone. You have until June 21st. So that's about 3 weeks, I believe. And last little note here, once you have completed your build, post it in the submissions chat. And let's just keep that to submissions. I don't want to have to go digging for the submissions, all of that. They should be right there. So if I see any chat or anything not against you, I'm just going to delete it so that it makes my life easier at the end. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I really look forward to seeing some of the builds. So thanks for watching.